Namaste everyone, welcoming you all to the 20th webinar. Like every month, the DAV Prashasti, which is a voluntary free medical guidance, mind care, yoga and naturopathy initiative of the DAV group in Chennai, has been hosting free webinars with expert resource people, one on mind care and one on holistic care. And this is the 20th webinar, and we are grateful for the management and for the participants, and extremely grateful for the resource people. And today's resource person is Mrs. Jyoti Kolatur. It gives me great, immense honor to introduce Mrs. Jyoti Kolatur. She's a senior consultant counseling psychologist at the DAV group. And she is also the founding member of the Tamil Nadu Career Counseling Association. So it's more appropriate that Srimati Jyoti Kolatur is the resource person for today, because we are going to have a session on mindset tools for parents and students for a stress-free college admission session. Over to you, Jyoti ma'am.
Thank you, Preetima. Congratulations, Prashasti team and Mindcare team for the 20th webinar. It's not an easy thing. And every month they've been doing a webinar for DAVians and non-DAVians as well. Congratulations. I know Dr. Preeti heads that team, and congratulations to you and your team, Dr. Preeti. So
Thank you.
Today's session is, about college and admissions. And before I get into, the session, I wanted to ask, how stressful is this academic and this admission process, right? Board exam எழுதி முடிச்சிருக்காங்க, but these kids are not even, relaxing or enjoying, right? It was not the same when we were in college, right? Or when we finished +2, but the current generation is actually highly stressed. And these kids are already, the results are not out yet, but still, college admission process. A lot of colleges have already finished the admission process. Just imagine how these kids will be feeling. And more than the kids, who the parents who say that are highly stressed, right? So that's the whole topic for today, like why we are stressed and why we should come out of it. Are you all able to view my slide? I'm sharing.
Yes, ma'am, but
Yes.
request you to go to the full screen mode, ma'am.
Full screen mode, yes. Can you?
Yes, now we are able to see the stress is real slide.
Okay, the stress is real is what I wanted to share. Okay, so I mean, these are facts that 90% of students, even after the board exam, before board exam, it is 96-97% of kids are having exam related stress. Though they are all, nobody is gonna get a fail mark or anything. Ellaru 80% and above eduthalume exam related stress is really high. And even after their board exam, they are still stressed, especially the 12th graders, not the 10th, but the 12th graders are stressed because of the admission process itself is very stressful, right? Outside of our country, it's only the student who's stressed. It's not the parents. But number ஊர்ல மட்டும்தான் parents are, highly equal or even more stressed in our country, right? So before we get into the topic, I will ask one question. So நீங்க கொஞ்சம் carefully listen பண்ணி அதுக்கு answer பண்ணுங்க. One word that describes how you are feeling about college admissions right now. You can be a parent, you can be the student, you can be the teacher who's helping or guiding the student, whoever you are. One word that describes how you're feeling about college admissions right now.
We've got one in the chat box, fear, ma'am.
Fear, yes. நீங்க unmute பண்ணி கூட பேசலாம் if you want to say, right? So
the next is confused.
Confusion, yes. Whatever you are going through or whatever your child is actually going through, right? Any other answers? You can even tell what you went through when you were in college or when you were applying for the colleges.
Clueless, as was my experience, ma'am.
Yes,
where
clueless.
to apply, what to apply, how to
Correct. Correct. Clueless, right? Yeah. I am loud and clear, right, Preeti, Dr.
You are, ma'am. You are.
Yes, okay. So, audience, can you please, I know the interactive session, it's not a lecturing session. So, I want you to answer so that, it is going to be interactive and it's going to be helpful for the others. There is no right or wrong answer. I just want you to describe how you feel. So, okay, let me proceed. So, if it is for the students, right, it is, or what is actually going on for the student, it can be academic pressure, or it can be peer pressure, it can be comparison with peers, it can be uncertainty, like Dr. Ma'am was telling, it's, clueless. They don't know what they are supposed to look for, which college, which course. If you're a parent, you actually want to help, the desire to help, fear of the child's failure, social expectations, how do I face my relatives, all of these fears you have, fear of failure, and right, all of these things. So if you're actually, stressed, how are you going to feel? Sleepless nights, yes. And majority of the time, it is even the parent, you have sleepless nights, you have family conflicts, emotional burnout. Now that JEE exams are over, it's even more, because if your child has been selected for the top 2.5%, then there's no problem. If not, then which colleges should I apply for? If not NIT, where else? All these confusions are going to be there, right? And just imagine, this child cannot relax, this child cannot even enjoy his or her holidays, because it's the next 4 years or 5 years or 6 years or 3 years, whatever course you're going to select, they'll have to keep running and studying. But this 1 month at least, they should be able to relax. But because of these admissions, they're not able to relax. They have sleepless nights. They have panic attacks. They have anxiety, right? So what I wanted to do today is, like, help you understand. Like, let me give you a scene, or a family, or a familiar scene I'll give you, or a dinner time. How will you, are all dinner nights very peaceful in every household? If both parents are working, and if you have a school next night, or school or college or work next night, are all family dinner nights very peaceful? Sometimes it's very stressful, right? It's like it's dinner time already. The mother is still cooking. The cooker sound is hissing. It's chaotic, sometimes. So it's very similar for a 12th standard student or your brain or a living room clock. And they're either inside the books or inside the tabs or inside a college website. There is somebody, asking, have you applied? Have you registered? Plan B, and what if you don't get into that right college? Right? There is this invisible countdown ticking loudly in the background of that child, right? How difficult it is going to be for that child. Mm, if you're a parent, usually the parents are also equally stressed, but actually you have to pretend to be calm, saying things like, just relax, Anna, don't miss out those deadlines, right? Even if you're a very relaxed parent, that's exactly how you will be having the stress inside, but you'll have to act and pretend calm, right? Usually in the season, admission season is like the pressure cooker period. That's why we say, நம்ம cooks மாதிரி behave பண்ணாம, how do we navigate these kids? Our job is to help the students figure out where they truly want to be, and how to get them there without or a peace of mind order, without losing their self, their sleepless nights எல்லாம் இல்லாம, how do we, without losing their self-worth, how do we get them there is what we wanted to talk about today. Today, it's about clarity over chaos, and it is about support and not the stress. Whether you are a student, what next in a student are, if you are the parent who's actually helping the child, this session is actually for you. So we want to talk about what a parent's mindset is, and then what the student's mindset is, and what kids need to do and what parents need to do. This is what we will be talking about today. So can we proceed? Am I audible? Can we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So what is the parent's mindset? I wanted to give you a few points here. Deep desire for success is the first point I wanted to talk. Deep desire for success is always rooted with love and care. நீங்க பண்றது எல்லாமே, it is based on love and care only. Often equate, it's like, or a good college seat கிடைச்சிட்டா, my child is, securing a good college is equal to success. Is what, the deep desire for success mean. And majority of the time, என்ன ஆகும்னா, இது over involvement நடக்கும், or pressure without realizing. You're not you don't think you are pressurizing the child, but actually you will be pressurizing the child. And every இதுக்கு I will give you a case history ஓட ஒரு example கொடுக்குறேன். ஒரு dad actually, the child is last year he was in 12th standard. The child was enrolled in 4 courses actually, 4 different coaching classes, and the parent was okay to spend a lot of money to buy all the materials, study materials, worksheets, books, everything, because okay, now I'm doing the best for my child, right? So that the child can be successful. But the child was actually over exhausted. There was no motivation because there are 4 classes. Just imagine school la padipangla illa integration padipangla illa the 4 courses padipangla. It is actually over involvement and over pressurizing, right? Without you realizing, but this is what is happening to the child. The next one is fear of missed opportunities. What is this fear of missed opportunities அப்படின்னா, கிடைக்காம போயிட்டா what if they fail, what if they are left behind, right? So in the fears about competition, ரொம்ப limited seats தான் இருக்கு. ஒரு பெஸ்ட் காலேஜ்ல ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு, biomedical sciences, 32 seats தான் இருக்கு. All over Indiaக்கே 32 seats. Then how will my child get into that program? So rapidly changing education landscapes. Every few years there is a new program and limited program. How will my child get into it? Comparison with peers, top performances, relatives, எல்லாத்தோடைய ப்ரெஷரும். What will actually happen to this child? Anxiety driven decisions தான் உங்களால் எடுக்க முடியும். And one of the again ஒரு பேரண்ட் வந்திருந்தாரு, his friend's child, ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டோடைய child வந்து 8 different foreign universitiesக்கு அப்ளை பண்ணியிருக்காரு. அதுல 3 colleges responded already that you have admissions ready. This father is panicking actually. So அதனால எல்லா கன்சல்டன்ஸ்க்கும் ஃபோன் பண்றாரு, எவ்ரி வெபினார் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணாலும் அதுக்கு அட்டென்ட் பண்றாரு. பட் ஆக்சுவலி the son is actually figuring out what is my interest. அதுவே எனக்கு இன்னும் தெரியல. But my father is panicking. So because I see my father panicking, I cannot be relaxed. The son is also panicking, right? So lots of anxiety driven decisions நடக்கும் இந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா. Micromanaging நடக்கும், pushing the child towards, because the child is already having 3 college admissions, you are not having even single admission, so they keep pushing. So it's the fear of missed opportunities. So that is one of the mindset of parents. The next one is fixed destinations to success. எப்படின்னா best collegeனா successful, my child can be super successful is one. What will actually happen is, நிறைய ஆல்டர்னேட் பாத் இருக்கு. ஒரு மாம் இருந்தாங்க, அந்த மதர் வந்து பிகாஸ் நீட் இன்டெகிரேட்டட் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல தான் இருக்காங்க அந்த சைல்டு. ஸோ த மதர் சேஸ் ஃபோக்கஸ் ஒன்லி ஆன் த நீட், நத்திங் எல்ஸ். ஸோ ரைட், சரி நீங்க நீட் எழுதினா 8 கோர்சஸ் தான் அப்ளை பண்ண முடியும். நீட் எழுதாத கிட்ஸ்க்கு பயாலஜி ஃபீல்ட்லயே தேர் ஆர் 27 கோர்சஸ் அவைலபிள். பட் நீ நீட் மட்டும் பாரு. பட் த சைல்ட் வாஸ் ஆக்சுவலி secretly enjoying in the visual arts and designing, and அந்த சைல்டுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். பட் she cannot because the mother is telling focus only on one, right? அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்னா இமோஷனலி வித்ட்ரா பண்ணுவாங்க, லோ கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ், கான்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் வந்துடும். இன்னும் நீட் எக்ஸாம் வரவே இல்லை, பட் த சைல்டு இஸ் ஆல்ரெடி ரிபெல்லிங், டெல்லிங் ஐ வில் நாட் ரைட் நீட், எனக்கு நீட்டே வேண்டாம், பிகாஸ் யூ சேயிங் ஸோ, பிகாஸ் யூ ஆர் ஆஸ்கிங் மீ டு இதெல்லாம் பண்றதுனால. ஸோ கிரியேட்ஸ் லாட் ஆஃப் இன்டர்னல் கான்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் வித் த சைல்ட், வித் த பேரண்ட்ஸ் as well. Correct? And the next one is the projected dreams. Projected dreams na enna, I wanted to do this, I wanted to achieve, ஆனா எனக்கு என்னுடைய பேரண்ட்ஸ்னால இந்த காலேஜஸ், பெஸ்ட் காலேஜஸ்க்குலாம் அஃபோர்ட் பண்ண முடியல. I couldn't get into it. So but now I am ready to do whatever the child wants. But most of the time it is not what the child wants. உங்களுடைய unfulfilled ambitions எல்லாத்தையும் அந்த child மேல போட ட்ரை பண்ணுவீங்க. So unconsciously, not on purpose, but அப்போ regrets, they push it on the child. So இங்க child என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னா, child may feel burdened. So இங்க another child was, I wanted to become this, I'm not able to, so I don't mind spending money. நான் any foreign university கூட நான் அனுப்பி UG கூட படிக்க வைக்கிறேன். But the boy actually wants to do business here, but the boy is not willing to tell this to the father because this is pressurizing and this is guilt. So, what will my parents think? I have to please them also, right? So this is projected dreams. Communication gap. நீங்க நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஆஃப்டர் 11th கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோ டவுன் ஆயிருப்பாங்க, உங்களோட நிறைய பேச மாட்டாங்க. But now it is even more. They are not talking to me at all, ma'am. What is this? They are not sharing anything with me. They are actually withdrawn, and either withdraw பண்ணிக்குவாங்க இல்லைன்னா defensive, always argument போயிடுவாங்க because of pressure. So parents are they misread silence as laziness. Ma'am, he has the potential, but he's not doing it. He can't, there's no ambition at all. But not necessarily. இது வந்து feeling of isolation, relationship strain அதிகமா இருக்கும். So unless there is like, open or non-judgmental communication, this communication gap இல்லாம உங்க relationship strain ரொம்ப அதிகமா தான் ஆக போகுது. Right? So this is the communication gap. Emotional exhaustion is, you are actually, parents ka it is overwhelming, be it college board exam or be it admissions, be it the child getting into the first job. All of this is overwhelming for the parents only. Parents are, you are already juggling, because if your child is in 12th, or be it first or second child, you are in your late 40s, you are juggling your career, the finances, the family responsibilities, and the child's future. Right? The unpredictability about these entrance exams, how much ever they are prepared, that 3 hours is what they're going to, that 3 hours matters. Right? The entrance exams, the admissions, the counseling systems, all of this is tiring. Right? So parents become extremely reactive and anxious themselves. So enna pannanonu enak theriyala. Right? Yesterday I had a client who said, so random, that child is like, I'll become a pilot, or I will become a chartered accountant, or I will become, engineering is also fine with me, ma'am. If I don't get anything, I will do medicine. See, this is not right. This is not how you choose your career. You have to have some clarity at least, right? Just imagine how much stress that parent will be having if you have a child like this who is still confused. They have not applied anywhere because this child is not clear at all. Right? So instead of, I must control this, you are here, you can only guide them. You cannot study for them. You cannot apply for them. You cannot prepare for them. Right? So you have to just be there to guide the child. Right? Because 12th standard, they should be knowing all of these things. Correct? Only the top colleges matter. It doesn't really matter. Right? The right fit matters the most. Because what is happening, okay, or classroom kulla pata, the top 10%, the top 15% are only competing with themselves, right? But when they get into the top colleges, be it NIT or IIT, everybody is a topper there. If your child has to compete with every topper, every single topper there. That is why suicide rates are high there, self-harm rates are high there. So it is not just the college, the top colleges matter. Right? It is like, will my child fit in there? Will I fit in there? This is what is going to help them. Correct? They don't listen to me at all. Is one mindset. You have to come to, how do I connect with them better? Maybe, okay, or plan vachkonga. Dinner time, okay, we will not talk about academics. We will only talk about other things. We will not stress out the child. Correct? What will people say? No, don't. It doesn't really matter. People will say whatever they want. What your child needs matters the most, and not what your relatives think, what others think doesn't really matter. Right? So this is what a parent's mindset. I want you to get into a 12th grader's shoes right now and see what they are actually going through. Right? They are actually standing in the crossroad, and this is a massive, final, life-defining crossroad kind, right? So, okay, what are all the things? Okay, the course, the campus, the measures of self-worth, they are going through right now. If I get into the college, okay, you know what? I'm successful. I've done it. But if I don't get into the college, I am a loser. Right? This is how they are going to feel. Audience, am I well? I mean, audible? Am I loud and clear? Because
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You are.
yeah, I
Yes,
will.
ma'am.
Okay, I will proceed. So they're not just, they're not just preparing for their entrance exams or board exams are over, not just, they're juggling with their, expectations, their comparison, their uncertainty, their what next, right? That's a very big question. It is completely exhausting, and there is a voice which, it's from the inside of their head. What if I choose the wrong course? What if I disappoint my parents? Everyone around me seems to know everything. See, nobody knows, but that's how they feel. அவங்க எல்லாம் கரெக்டா பண்றாங்க, எனக்கு மட்டும் தான் சரியா தெரியல. So why am I not taking the right decisions? Correct? So two weeks back, I was in one of the universities. I was talking to third year engineering students, which means they know their groups, and one more semester, they're all done, right? And the third year students also don't know why they are doing that course, why they are doing that ECE or electronics or whatever course they have chosen. They don't know. I am asked, why are you here? They say, I don't know. I don't even know. They usually make their choices based on confusion, fear, and comparison, not because they want to do it. Yeah, okay, my friends are doing it, I will join. Or my parents have already told that that is a good college, so I don't want to disappoint them, so I will do that. This college, I've heard that this is a very famous college, so if I get into it, I'll become successful. This is how most students make a choice. They don't know, they really don't know. They are all confused, right? So again, this is they're still figuring out, we used to have these in the adolescent sessions, who am I is the first question. This is the first time in their life they are going to have this who am I question. And it is a very good question also, right? But first time, who am I? All these days, I'm so and so's son, so and so's daughter, But this is the first time they will have this who am I question. And that is a very good question also. But this pressure of making this decision for the future can't, they really are confused actually. It is overwhelming also. But in the all this noise layer, their inner voice, whichever they wanted to become, that is actually lost. So this season can feel very lonely for students actually, even if you are surrounded by loved ones, you will still feel very lonely. And is that normal? It is normal, right? Because they don't know how to share, what to share, whatever they are feeling. Because sometimes they have this fear. எனக்கு மட்டும்தான் அப்படி இருக்கு போல. But trust me, students, you are not alone. Everybody in your age group is going through the same thing. Sometimes they just want to hear this, right? You're allowed to be confused. It is okay. We don't tell that, right? It is okay. You will be confused in this age. It is okay not to have all the answers. Your worth is not defined by your college letter. It is okay. But none of us tell that. And they also don't come to us. They don't ask us also, right? So what do they actually really need for parents, or tools? How do they manage their anxiety? Because anxiety is going to be high, and the marks and the seats, college admission, college letter, all of this, they need to learn or have some tools to manage their stress, to manage their anxiety. It can be, we have taught them, like if you're a DAVian, you all know, and the 3 by 3 activities. Every school I go to, I teach them these activities. It is, breathe. It's a breathing technique. So what do I do? And or guidance or a good mentor. That's all they need. Correct? To all the parents here, your child is not just preparing for a college admission or college seat. They are actually building their self-esteem, their resilience, their identity, right? So whether you like it or not, next couple of months they will all be in one college. They will all study a group or course. Most of them will be in the best colleges. Correct? How do I walk them with this journey, with empathy and patience? And, you need a lot of patience because they will be annoyed all the time. They will be like irritable all the time. நீங்க என்ன சொன்னாலும் அது wrong-ஆ தான் உங்களுக்கு it will reach. Correct? How will, it's not just, admission outcome. It is their emotional health for life. How you are taking care of them now will, show it in the near future. And the next 4 years is not what career is about, right? Based on the degree, now even BSc degrees have become 4 years, right? Some of the degrees, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, doesn't really matter. That is not career. Career is the next 40 years after their degree, right? So parents, be there with them. And what parents should not be doing, I will tell you. But what should students do? What actually can students be doing? To all the students here, you need to understand that you have done whatever you can. You have done more than enough, right? Because you would have pushed yourself a lot more during your board exams and you have done your best. So this season is going to be big and it is challenging. So you have to know, be a little more calm. Clarity இருக்கட்டும், confidence order. Don't apply for like 200 colleges and then be confused that which one should I choose now? Because last year and all, we had parents where they had 7 colleges admissions. Then they were confused which one to choose, right? So if you're very clear, then pick and choose one or two. அவ்வளவுதான் இருந்தா போதும். Don't have to apply for every single college or every single university. Shift your mindset from right choice to best fit. What is this best fit? Like I was telling you, right? NIT, IITs மட்டும்தான் colleges கிடையாது. Where do I fit in? Do I fit in there? Because there are schools in Chennai where I've seen like it's always 100% result. It's always the best marks they get in that college. But when they come to the first semester in engineering colleges, they're not able to even clear it's very basic, the first semester. அதையும் clear பண்ண முடியல. So it's not about the best college. It's about, do I best fit in there? correct? And there is no one perfect college or course. Trust me. Where can I grow? That's the mindset you should be having. It's about you fitting into that college, you fitting in that course. Correct. I'm sure a lot of you would have heard of this course called mechatronics, right? For 7 years, mechatronics was like boom. Every college had mechatronics, and there was no seats available. But 4 years later, that that course was shut down, and like almost 70, 80 colleges, that course was not there. They took it off. So, and right now it is either AI or machine learning. This is what data science is also. So, இதுல தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. But not that that's the only program available. There are so many other programs. We will talk about it. But அதுலயே போய் don't get stuck there. Okay, give yourself some time to reflect. What is my strength? At least know what your strength is. What is your weakness? What is the kind of work and life I want to? Like I told you, the next 4 years is not your career. The next 40 years, right after your course, is what career is about. I should be like, I should be excited to go to work every day. Not, oh my God, it's a Monday morning. I cannot, that's not what you want, correct? So, which environment will help me thrive? Because yes, if you get into that's the best colleges, yes, no doubt about it. But under stress, accept பண்ணிக்க முடியுமா? Right? Will I be able to cope with that? So again, like I'm telling you, you're not just choosing your future in the next 4 years. It is just next step. That's all it is. So that whatever effort you're putting, that is more than enough. So again, have few tools to manage your stress. Yes, it is going to be stressful the next 1 month. At least have some, breathing exercise, grounding techniques, or journaling, or getting out physical activities. All of these things கொஞ்சமாவது வச்சுக்கோங்க. Okay, and I limit social media because அங்கதான் comparisons high-ஆ இருக்கும். So limited access is good enough. Talk to someone. Don't bottle it up. It can be your parent. Am I too fast, or is this speed okay? Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can, but I'll wait for the participants.
Audience, participants, can you tell me இது ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா போறேன்னா இல்ல இப்படியே இருந்தா ஓகேவா?
No, it's fine. Can able to follow you.
You can? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. I want kids to talk to somebody. It can be your teacher, it can be a parent, it can be a counselor, it can be a mentor, it can be a trusted friend, it can be a classmate, whoever it is. Open up and talk, because maybe they are also going through the same thing. You won't know, right? You cannot figure it out all by yourself. Nani pathukren, nani pathukren. This is one dialogue I'm seeing. Whenever the parent is trying to help, you don't know anything. I will take care. Don't be that. They have gone through whatever you're going through now, so they will be able to help. And parents, don't hesitate. Mind care is there, so get help. They are there to help you. We have a list of counselors who will be available. So don't hesitate, right? Asking for help is not a weakness. It is actually a strength. It is a wisdom, right? It's just get help. Repeat this, I mean, it's not just about the results. You will do fine. You will do well. So what can parents do during this college admission? You need to know, you're all doing the best for your child, but you want them to be safe, you want them to be happy, you want them to be successful. But sometimes this love will, you are doing it out of love, but that can reflect as pressure to the child, right? So even when it is not intended, that it's not intentional, but that's here. How to support without overwhelming your child is what I want you to go through. Listen to them. Stop advising them, because I've told you, adolescent session எடுக்கும்போதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்லுவேன், because if you're going to advise them, have only 1 or 2 points. Go to the room, advise, step out. Because அங்க கொஞ்ச நேரம் இருந்தாலே it will become an argument session. It will not be an advice session, right? So you have to listen more. Let them do the talking. If there is, you can ask them, is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything I can do so that it will make this process easier for you? This you can ask. But unfortunately, in our country, what I'm saying is, parents are the ones doing all the application filling. Parents are the ones doing, the other day I was talking about, right? One of the child was telling, I'll become a pilot, ma'am. How will you become a pilot? She doesn't know. And the father has to answer, So she said, I'll take aeronautical engineering. No, you don't have to take aeronautical engineering to become a pilot. Let them do the homework. See, the parent cannot do all the homework for the child, right? So they have to do the homework. Let them do. They're not doing, which means they're not interested. And if they are interested, they will give their 100%. Correct? I'm here for you. I'm always here for you, but you have to do the process. Oh, I didn't know this entrance was there, ma'am. Whose fault is it? It's not the parents' fault, right? It is your job. You have to start learning. You have to start understanding. Let them do the homework. Check in with your own fears, parents. Actually, sometimes unknowingly we pass on our anxiety, expectations, our past regrets. Oh, I didn't do it, so don't forget, don't miss it. Nee panniru, right? So ask yourself, am I supporting their dream or I am steering அவங்களை என்னுடைய வழிக்கு கொண்டு வரதுக்காக நான் steer பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். I am here to support their dreams, right? So am I okay with their definition of success? Their definition of success will not be the same as yours, right? Even if it's different from mine, am I there to help him or support him? And don't compare, because comparison is not going to help. You know, your cousin got into that college. That college is, safer. That course is safer. It is going to do more harm than good. Okay. So every child is unique, and every child will, let them write their own story. Let them fail. It is okay, because bachelor's படிக்கிற degree வச்சு மட்டும்தான் life is not அப்படியெல்லாம் கிடையாது. Life is not decided just based on that. They fail in the bachelor's, let them fail. They learn a bigger lesson there, and which you cannot teach, right? Let them learn that lesson. Let them get up. Let them move forward. So when they do their masters, they will not do the mistakes, because you cannot put them in a very safe environment. Fail ஆகாம நான் பார்த்துக்கணும். That's not possible to. Correct? Right. So focus on emotional well-being of the over prestige. Best college, best college doesn't really matter. A mentally healthy, confident child, even in an average college, will go far beyond than a burnt out child in a top college. Like I told you, even in Chennai IIT, I see, like, they're struggling because they have to compete with everybody is a competitor, everybody is a topper there. But here I'll give you another case study where this child was actually, he got selected. He wrote, this was 4 years back. So JEE mains clear panni, advanced எழுதி advancedலயும் seat வாங்கிட்டார். He got into one of the IITs, but unfortunately the father missed paying the fees online. I mean, it was the COVID period, so he did, everything was online, so he missed to pay. So the college said, sorry, you did not pay the fees on time. So your college admission, it was given to some other student, because they'll give you only 7 days. If not, it will move to the next child. That is what happened to that child. I mean, just imagine the amount of effort he would have put to get into an IIT. But he had to miss IIT. So he joined VIT, actually. Not a bad college, but compared to IIT, he was not very happy. But today, he was not an average child. He was a very, very brilliant child. But today he's got it in the best placed, in one of the organizations in Bangalore. So he's still happy. So it doesn't really matter. Or a burnt out child, or a mentally healthy child is always better. They'll be very confident also. Okay. Consider family agreement we talked about, right? So respect each other's choices. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமா, இதெல்லாம் ஒரு கோர்ஸா, அப்படியெல்லாம் பேசாம, every course is important. Every course is good, actually. I will talk about a few courses also. At least or 1 hour in a day, don't talk about colleges and admissions. At least during dinner time, don't talk about it. Let the child, eat at peace at least, right? So final words for parents, enna, very, very difficult transition this time. It is not for your child, even for you. So you be the calm, because the child is already having, he's in the storm. So you be the calm. So then they will remember this far longer than the name of the college they have attended, because my parents were there. See, if they are already successful, they don't need us, right? When they're struggling is when they need us. So we have to be there for the child. And this college admissions, when 20 years back, they said you have to be knowledge ready, correct? Then slowly it became you have to be industry ready. Then they changed it to future ready. Now maybe 5 years later they will make it into revolution ready. So it will keep changing. It is always changing. The courses your child studies, the courses colleges are offering, and market when your skills and talent go, there is a lot. There's a big gap actually. So, and there's a survey which also says 75% of the skill set, whatever your child is studying today, it will be wiped out in 4 years. Every 4 years, the skill set is wiped off. Then I know how ready can I be, right? And where you study does matter the most, right? So tier 1 colleges, tier 2 colleges, tier 3 colleges, right? Enna agudana, the gap again is increasing between the tier 1 college and tier 2 colleges. So where you study is also definitely important, but will I fit in there is also equally important, correct? So I also see a lot of kids getting into engineering. And then after, like, again, 48% of students last year who finished, graduated, did not get a job, were not placed. 48 is like 1 in 2, right? If they are coming out and they're not getting a job for a year, the next year, their juniors are already ready for the market. So what will you do? And every organization is going to ask, what were you doing for the last 12 months? Right? So it is not just about engineering. And immediately, what are these kids doing? They're joining another program or a master's or MBA. You don't have to do BE to do an MBA, right? And kids are clueless actually. Why are you studying whatever you're studying? One child yesterday told me, I will join MBA, ma'am. How will you join MBA? And why MBA? He says, if I join MBA, I can do business. To do business, you don't need an MBA, right? So at least have that clarity. And if your child is confused, if your child is not very clear, I mean, trust me, please take them to some career counselor, talk to them, at least help them understand. Career in it is based on your personality, it is based on your aptitude, not because everybody is an engineer, I should become an engineer. And one other child told me, I will not do BCom, but she's taken the commerce group. Okay, then what else will you take? Why not BCom? She says, oh, எல்லாருமே BCom சொல்றாங்க. So it's not in trend. So I will not do BCom. See, this is not how you choose a degree. It's not how you choose a course, right? So, I mean, will that suit me? Do I need it? Then I have to join it. And another big thing which I am noticing is this current generation, they want everything easy. They want everything quick. Ma'am, in the course எடுத்தா நான் நல்லா சம்பாதிக்கலாம் is the first question they will all ask. And I don't mind doing any course. எனக்கு எந்த கோர்ஸ் வேணாலும் நான் படிப்பேன். But எனக்கு வந்து I have to make more money. Trust me, students, there is no shortcut for success. You have to, எந்த கோர்ஸுமே அப்படி கிடையாது. Whatever, எனக்கு எது வேணாலும் நான் படிப்பேன். எனக்கு ஆனா ஈஸியா சீக்கிரமா காசு வேணும். Sorry, right? Not possible. And again, like I was talking about NEET எழுதினா ஒரு 8 courses போகலாம். NEET எழுதலன்னா I told there are so many other courses. BSc fishery sciences இருக்கு, agriculture, physiotherapy, OT, audio and speech pathology. These are all courses which not many students know about it, and they don't even food technology. Food technology, there is like upload jobs in government, but not many kids take that course. Biomedical, bioinformatics, BA in art therapy, storytelling. BA in storytelling எல்லாம் ஒரு கோர்ஸாவே இருக்கு. It's a degree also. And because இப்போ இருக்கிற schools and younger grades, they want storytellers actually. Museum studies, heritage management, digital humanities, ethical hacking, culinary sciences. Right? Culinary science, again, people think, oh, chef or job, ma'am, chef. But there are so many kids I'm noticing, they secretly come and ask me, ma'am, I want to become a chef. But if I say this, I'm accept panna matengiranga. See, culinary arts is also a very, very good program. Culinary, there is BSc Culinary Arts, BSc Culinary Sciences or Culinary Arts. They have both arts and science. And other Panito or kid has joined a cruise where the child is making 2 lakhs per month, which is still good. Whoever is making fun of you, when you say this is my salary, they will stop talking. They will not even question you, correct? So if the child is happy, then what more, right? So again, because he's in the cruise, there is no tax for the child. So all of these things, think there are so many other courses. Engineering, medicine, tavara, there are many other courses. Decide what the child needs, right? Yoga science, naturopathy is there, early childhood education, game designing, sports psychology, sustainability and climate change. இது எல்லாமே degrees-ஆவே இருக்கு, right? So there are tons of other degrees. So I want you to put little more effort. And சைல்டுக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ அவங்களுடைய பர்சனாலிட்டி அண்ட் ஆப்டிடியூடுக்கு பேஸ் பண்ணி கோர்சஸ் சூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. நாட் பிகாஸ் எவ்ரிபடி இஸ் பிகம் டாக்டர்ஸ் அண்ட் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ். That's not how you. And again, if your child is preparing for a NEET program now, please be aware that நீங்க NEET படிச்சா இந்தியாலயே படிக்க சொல்லுங்க, because medicine படிக்க சொல்லுங்க. Outside of the country, it is not valid anymore. When you come back, there used to be an exam, FMGA, but now the Gazette says this in the universities, in the countries, it is not acceptable. No, they won't accept it in our country, which means they will not register you under our NMC. The other countries also will not register you. So where will you go register yourself as a doctor, right? So please be aware of all of these, problems and issues also before applying. Okay, because these middlemen will keep calling. They will say it's cheaper, it is easier, all of that. But please be aware of all of those things. And there are tons of other courses available. Please be aware of those courses. And if you don't know, get help. We are here to only help you and guide you. So please get help. And if there are any questions, concerns, please ask us, right? Yeah, you're not alone. And every child is going through the same problem, right? Every parent is also going through the same problem. So if you don't know, if you're not very sure, and I'm happy there are like so many parents who have come forward. In the last 1 week, I've seen close to 12, 13 parents who needed this help and have come, right? So if there are any questions, I'm open to questions. Parents, audience, any questions, doubts?
You can type in the chat box also, and we will share one feedback form also in case you want to contact Jyoti ma'am directly for counseling, psychological, career, both of it. You can contact Jyoti Kolatur ma'am. We've shared the helplines. I'm also sharing Jyoti ma'am's number. So you can contact her also directly for any career related advice as well, or anything as feedback from the webinar. Our Shanmugapriya ma'am, she shared the feedback form. So kindly give your valuable feedback and also the questions you want to ask Mrs. Jyoti Kolatu.
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Jyoti ma'am. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much for the valuable advice and information that you had given. It's very informative. Sorry, I had to miss the initial part of the session. I joined pretty little late. I'm not sure if that's been addressed already. But just wanted to ask you, what difference or what advantages do you see if a child studying in CBSE board when compared to international syllabus board? Do you see some pros or cons in terms of the appearing to the examinations, not particularly science stream or medical stream? A general approach I'm asking. Is it better for them to stick on to this, or do they have other opportunities when they study in IGSEC board?
Okay. So usually, ma'am, CBSE board is always recommended for, if your child is going to continue college in our country. IB usually because of the courses they select, a lot of kids are struggling to get admissions in the colleges, though it is not that bad, but still, in general, Anna University kind of colleges or colleges which comes under Anna University, kids are still struggling into getting into those courses if they do an IB program. But they have this advantage of writing SAT and then moving outside of the country as well. And if they write SAT, even IISc and ISER, you can still apply with the SAT marks.
Yeah, but could you just explain to me the last bit of it? You said ISAT. I didn't get that.
ISER, it's IISc in Bangalore and ISER, Pune. You can still apply. You have to write an SAT exam. SAT exam, to go outside of the country. Most kids who do their IB schooling here prefer to go outside of the country. And because, the reason being, like most of the colleges, they would have missed one subject, like they can skip physics or chemistry in their IB program. But when you are choosing an engineering degree in our country, physics, chemistry, math is mandated. So there are kids who miss physics because, okay, no, I don't want physics, I'll take something else. And those kids are not eligible or, able to apply for colleges in our country. So there they write their SAT, and I have known kids who, got into IISc Bangalore using their SAT score.
Okay, and what sort of courses did IISc Bangalore offer? Is it science stream or what?
Yes, it is science stream. It is science. Most of it is science and research.
All right. So you mean to say that when kids, the IGCSE board indirectly helps the kids for their SAT scores?
They do, but I'm not sure if the colleges, like how CBSE gives an integrated program. I'm not very sure if the schools are giving it. But if you notice, like, there are not many IB schools in Chennai. There are many IGCSE schools, but IB, not many.
So am I getting it wrong here? For the SAT score, are you recommending IB board or IGCSE board?
Both of them do it, ma'am. But I've seen a lot of IB students take the SAT exams. IGCSE can also take. See, CBSE students can also take SAT. Nobody is stopping them.
All right.
But because CBSE can do their JEE, because IISc takes JEE scores, they will not write, SAT and JEE. So SAT is, it's easier than JEE exams.
Yeah, it's more to do with your
aptitude. Yes.
Knowledge, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay. All right. So, and what was the other one you said, madam, apart from IISc Bangalore?
ISER.
ISAT, is it?
ISER, SER.
Oh, all right. And is that in Pune?
Yes.
All right. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we have shared Jyoti Kolathur ma'am's number as well in the chat box. So we'll wait for a minute or so, ma'am. If there are no questions, we will close the session. The recording of this webinar, yeah, there's a question. Yes, ma'am, please.
Yes.
I was just hearing about this discussion regarding the SAT and stuff. So when we go for colleges in Tamil Nadu, which is based on the maths, physics, chemistry, computer science marks attained in the 12th standard, right, in CBSE. But if the person is studying in an IB board or an IGCSE board, they normally get grades. So how are these guys, children, eligible for Tamil Nadu engineering college admissions, which are based on 12th marks?
Sir, few colleges, not all colleges, few colleges ask the college to, convert their grades into marks and give it to them. So colleges like SSN, where you can go through, like not through the Anna University, not under Anna University. They are given a separate entrance exam, and through that you can go.
So only autonomous colleges that conduct
separate. Yes, sir. Most of the time it is autonomous colleges, and you have to, appear for their entrance, and they are taking kids in.
You cannot go through the Anna University based colleges.
Until 2 years back, Anna University was not accepting it because of the same problem. There are no marks, there is no percentage there. It is all grades there. But again, these students have also studied here in Tamil Nadu and in Chennai. So some colleges do accept it. But again, like you said, under Anna University, it is a problem. And also kids who do study in IB schools don't prefer colleges which comes under Anna University also. Because the recent times, Anna University has brought in a new rule that they have to study Tamil as a paper.
Oh, okay. In college.
In college. So these kids in IB schools would have not had Tamil as a paper. So until last year, it was mandated. So last year, because of all of these problems, not many CBSE students were applying for it. It was always the standard of Anna University is going down because of all of these problems. So what they have done is they have to study Tamil, but they can study Tamil in English. So they have changed that. So this year, if the child is going through from a CBSE school, because not many CBSE students do not study language in 11th and 12th. So they were struggling. So this year they have done the small change. They still have to study Tamil, but they can study Tamil and write the exam in English.
What about these matriculation schools in the city? I mean, do they do 11 and 12 standard, or does it become Samachir Kalvi, 11 and 12?
It is Samachir, but the standard of the schools have the books and the syllabus has changed a lot, sir. It is, compared to the 11th and 12th CBSE, it is almost the same actually.
Okay.
Actually, it is a little more, it's a little difficult actually. When kids come and ask me in 10th standard, can I move to 11th and 12th to a matriculation school? I always say no to them because the CBSE textbook and the 10th standard textbook is so different in matriculation, because CBSE has, reduced a lot of portions in their 10th textbook. But in the matriculation books, if you see, they study a lot more actually. So if you're going there for marks, that's not a good idea at all.
Yeah, and do they have a Tamil paper in 11th and 12th?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So for children who are studying in with second language as Sanskrit or Hindi, then how do they, I mean, can they have Sanskrit as in the 11th standard matriculation? And they choose
Matriculation, if the school offers, they can, sir, but I don't know if a school will offer, because I'm not sure about which school is offering Sanskrit or Hindi or French, but if the school is offering, yes, they can take.
So this Tamil mandatory role is only till 10th standard, is it? Not for 11th and 12th?
No, for CBSE, they don't. It's only till 10th standard.
Okay. Metric as well, if there is a language paper, there'll only be one language paper. There
Yes,
won't be the third language. So in that case, they can only study one language, which is the second language.
correct.
Because English being the first language. So the student has taken Sanskrit or Hindi as the second language until 10th standard.
Mhm.
They might have to take Sanskrit or Hindi in 11th and 12th.
If they are moving to matriculation school, yes.
Okay.
And if the school is offering, that's not a problem. If the school is not offering, then it will be a problem.
All right. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yes. Any more questions? I think they have shared the feedback form, and you can give your feedbacks. And if you have any questions, you can even type it in the feedback form. We'll get back to you with those answers.
Yes. So can we close the session, ma'am?
Yes, yes. If there are no any questions, then we can.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, for the very insightful session. I hope the participants would have had a lot of questions before they came into the session and they would have had it answered. Looking forward to meet you all in the next webinar. Thank you and namaste.
Yes.